Hello, VidHead85 here. Can we talk for a second? All right, so the Supreme Court yesterday heard arguments about whether the EEOC, Equal Opportunity Something Commission, if their ruling regarding sex discrimination also covers sexual orientation and gender identity discrimination. Now, personally, I believe that yes, it should, because of the fact that you can't discriminate against a gay man without knowing that he is a male, or a lesbian without knowing that she is female. And to rule otherwise would undo the Price Waterhouse precedent, which says that failure to adhere to sex stereotypes and punishing someone for it is in fact gender discrimination. That was a 1989 case. To undermine that precedent would be disastrous, I feel, because that would also mean, what else would it mean if they are able to discriminate against someone based on their sexual orientation and gender identity? In 20 plus states in this wonderful, great United States, you can be fired for being gay, aka you can be gay married on Sunday and fired on Monday. In fact, one of the plaintiffs in the 10th Circuit Herbert versus Kitchen decision said that she was forced to move out of the house that her and her partner shared, and when her truck was over there one day, she was let go from her job. Now, we all can probably find many stories about this, but the bottom line is for the Supreme Court not to do what it should in this case, which is rule that sex discrimination and sexual orientation and gender identity discrimination is sex discrimination. That I believe would show an abdication of what the courts are supposed to do. The courts are supposed to step in when minority rights are under attack because, well, let's face it, that is what they are supposed to do, to uphold the rights of the minority against the majority. Now, when looking at the case from the 6th Circuit, the Aimee Stephens portion of the case, I found out that this person, the person that runs it, actually does Jewish funerals, Islamic funerals, and does not have religious symbols on his building so as to not make any person of another faith feel unwelcome. And they wear Jewish yarmulkes and religious attire for other funerals. However, gender Aimee Stephens being transgender and her transgender status is somehow too much. Now, I feel that, again, sex discrimination has to be taken into account with sexual orientation and gender identity discrimination. So I feel, hopefully, that the Supreme Court should do the right thing and vote and say, yes, the EEOC's interpretation that sexual orientation and gender discrimination is covered under sex discrimination, because that has to be determined before we can actually say, well, yes, is this discrimination? And yes, it is. So have a great day, YouTube. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you soon.